everyone, and welcome to The Take. I'm Elizabeth Wagmeister.
And I'm Clayton Davis, and we're here to give you our take on some of the week's biggest stories. 2 shows, 1 week. Look at this.
I know, we were just here, well, it seems like we were just here to talk about the Emmys, and now we're still going to talk about the Emmys because this was actually pretty shocking. For the first time in years, ratings actually increased. They were up 16% for this year's telecast. 7.4 million viewers tuned in. We had actually predicted this wrong. I don't like to admit when we're wrong, but our Emmys panel was. We thought that the ratings would be declining because that has been the trend, not just for the Emmys, but for all award shows across the board. So I'm curious, what is your take on this? Do you think that this really means something for the industry and that viewers are interested in still watching these award shows?
I don't think this has stopped the hemorrhaging of award season shows. I think everyone will see an uptick. You know, Grammys when they come in January, Oscars in late March. I think everyone's going to see that uptick because last year with the pandemic, everyone was down. However, what we're seeing across the board is that they need to figure out, and I say they, all award shows, all Hollywood bodies, need to see how they can engage a younger generation and have them want to tune in and care about people getting awards. There are some pieces that are there, but we're not there yet.
That's absolutely right. And a lot of the criticism for the Emmys this year were that it seemed a bit like an elite gathering. Why are we watching people getting awards when we're in the middle of a pandemic? And speaking of the pandemic, Seth Rogen, when he got on stage at the Emmys, he said, "Why are we here? They lied to us. They told us it was going to be outdoors, and this is indoors." We know that it was actually a tent. They did follow the health code. They worked with health officials in LA County, but the producers of the Emmys were not happy with Seth Rogen. They actually did an exclusive interview with Variety with our deputy TV editor, Mike Schneider, and they did not mince their words at all. Quote, "He had rehearsed, so he knew exactly what it was. So it just felt like it was an unfortunate misdirect from him. It made 3 months of very hard work and many, many discussions to get it absolutely right feel a bit wasted. So it's deeply frustrating." And the last thing that we have to discuss with the Emmys before maybe we don't talk about it till next year's Emmys, probably not, is Tobias Menzies, who won for The Crown. You remember, he actually won and Michael K. Williams was snubbed. This was one of the most shocking moments of the night. Well, the Crown actor, he did take to Twitter and he said that he is dedicating his Emmy Award to the late Michael K. Williams. And speaking of The Crown, this week's issue of Variety actually features the Crown star, Josh O'Connor, who won for lead actor in a drama.
Another snub from the Emmys included Kathryn Hahn, but she'll be back at the Emmys, at least based on the latest role that she's going to be taking on. She will be playing Joan Rivers in an upcoming Showtime limited series, The Comeback Girl, which she's also executive producing. Listen, Kathryn Hahn does no wrong. I'm not here for any Kathryn Hahn blasphemy. She is a goddess among all of us. But this is a really exciting role for her. I mean, first of all, Joan Rivers is such an iconic, interesting person when she was here, and this is going to be something that we're going to see her transform into, because she doesn't quite look like Joan Rivers, but makeup does wonders, as we see in the industry.
Yeah, this isn't greenlit yet, but I am pleading Showtime, please greenlight this. I cannot wait to watch it. I am a huge Joan Rivers fan. She just obviously revolutionized comedy for women. As you said, Kathryn Hahn is a force. This is a tough role to take on, tough shoes to fill, but my take is that if this limited series is greenlit, we will see Kathryn Hahn back on that Emmy stage.
That's true. We have to stop talking about Emmys, but we do have to talk about Oscars, right? The fall film festivals are still underway. Toronto Film Festival just wrapped up, where Belfast won the People's Choice Award. That prize has a strong correlation to Best Picture, and the Focus Features film, directed by Kenneth Branagh, looks like it's the front runner right now. So it's really interesting because that does very well at TIFF. We're moving now to New York Film Festival next. I'll actually be leaving from here, going to New York to go see the opening of The Tragedy of Macbeth. It's directed by Joel Cohen. Apple Original Films. Looks incredible. We got a first look at the trailer this week. Black and white. Bruno Del Bonello, cinematography. I was all about it. I'm excited.
And even before this trailer dropped, you predicted a few weeks ago right here on The Take that you think Denzel is going to be nominated for an Oscar. Does that still hold? Is that your prediction?
Based on the first look, it looks very promising. I'm very excited to see it. I'm sure the whole world is.
And I saw you getting an Oscar this week.
I did predict myself to win an Oscar, yes. I went to the Academy Museum. The Academy Museum is opening September 30th. where all the film-loving community can go and revel in Rosebud from Citizen Kane, Dorothy's slippers and dresses from The Wizard of Oz. It is beautiful. It is movie heaven. It was made just for me. Everyone else can come if they want.
Well, I want to come, so hopefully when you get back from New York, you'll go again. Take me as your date, a little Clay and Wags outing. But the Tragedy of Macbeth trailer was not the only trailer to drop this week. Netflix unveiled their trailer for the upcoming Britney Spears documentary called Britney vs. Spears. That title is a play on words, Britney Spears versus her father, Jamie Spears, who of course has been the head of her controversial conservatorship for the past 13 years. Now Netflix is going to drop this documentary the day before her next hearing, which is on September 29th. I will be at the courthouse, so you know I will come back with all the details. It is going to be a monumental day for her. And the Netflix trailer actually dropped the same day that Britney's attorney told a judge that he expects the conservatorship to actually end this fall.
Let's just hope that dropping this new piece of evidence, which will be an entire documentary series, will do wonders for her case.
Yes, it might finally be time to free Britney. Now, another trailer dropped this week. HBO Max has the upcoming Sex and the City revival, which is called And Just Like That. But the trailer was quickly overshadowed by the devastating news that Sex and the City star Willie Garson has passed away at the age of 57. This news came out of nowhere. Nobody, at least publicly, knew that he was sick, but the executive producer of Sex and the City, Michael Patrick King, he released a statement saying that Willie Garson, he gave it his all on that set, even while he was sick. He will be featured in the HBO Max revival. A lot of co-stars came outpouring with love. Mario Cantone said he is devastated. Kristen Davis. This is just such a loss. Another life gone too soon. It seems like we're talking about this every week on The Take.
Yeah, and it seems to have come in threes, because on top of that, we lost Melvin Van Peebles this week, which was a devastating loss. Lost director Roger Michelle, whose film The Duke premiered at Telluride Film Festival. He was there, and now he's not. So this has been a very hard time for Hollywood, but when looking at Willie Garson, it's good to see all the love that poured out for him, as well as Melvin Van Peebles, everyone. These are beloved figures, and they're going to be very much missed in our spaces.
Yeah, absolutely. Groundbreaking filmmaker. Melvin Van Peebles, Barry Jenkins was one of many people who honored him. Rest in peace to all of them. And of course, we will be back next Friday with a brand new episode of The Take.
Thanks for watching.